Hey, welcome to Wolf's Watch. Today we had scheduled an interview with Steve Sims. Actually, not an interview. It was going to be just a raucous conversation, as it always is with Steve, on his new book, Go for Stupid: The Art of Achieving Ridiculous Goals. And unfortunately, I created this is mea culpa. I created a scheduling conflict right at the last couple of days here as we were getting ready to do the show. And I apologize to Steve and his team for that. And hopefully, we're going to be able to get that set right and reschedule because I'm looking forward to Steve's book almost as much as get a chance to talk with him again. The radio show that we had done several years ago, he was on. And we talked about his book, Blue Fishing. And if you don't know Steve, so here's the cover for his new book. Go to Amazon now and pre-order. It's coming out on the 18th. I've pre-ordered it, and I just can't wait to get my hands on it and read it because Blue Fishing was such a great book. And this is Steve. And this is all the stuff that he does, right? And I'll tell you what, Steve is just so authentic, and that word gets used a lot, and I get tired of hearing it. But I tell you what, with Steve, he is just who he is. And he's just an amazing guy. He is so focused on his family, his motorcycles, which I love because if you've been following Wolf's Watch for any amount of time, you know that I love riding motorcycles, love my Harley. And Steve is so much about his family, his motorcycles, and just making stuff happen. And when he is the master of achieving ridiculous goals and making ridiculous experiences happen for people. And again, I created a scheduling problem, and I hope I can set it right with Steve and his team and have him on the show so that we can talk about his book, and also so he can share his wisdom, the stuff that he's learned from working with top leaders around the world to create just unbelievable, one-of-a-kind life experiences for his clients. And I'll leave those stories for him to tell. His book, Blue Fishing, was great. And this previous Thursday night, I was on the high plains of Wyoming driving through a lightning and thunderstorm that was just unbelievable. You get these just huge pink white lightning bolts that race across the clouds and bam, strike the ground. And who am I having a conversation with? Well, a virtual conversation. Steve Sims in his Blue Fishing book on CD. And I'm dating myself. It's a CD, not an MP3. It was great listening to that. And the topic that he talks about, creating great experiences in life while having that experience, because it was an amazing couple of hours going to, blue, white lightning, yellow, white, pink, white, watching lightning striking one area and then strike another area, like calm responses going, this is a very Steve Sims moment. That's a very Steve Sims experience to do something like that, to be on the high plains of Wyoming with that kind of environment, that kind of firestorm going on. No, not firestorm, but lightning storm going on around. And again, hopefully we'll be able to get this. We'll be able to reschedule with Steve and his team, because the book that he has coming out is something you are not going to want to miss. And again, that was going to be a big part of the conversation today. And let me bring this back up for you. Go for Stupid: The Art of Achieving Ridiculous Goals by Steve D. Sims. And let me also, you need to go to his website as well to learn more about Steve and understand why this is a book that is going to be something that you really want to read, especially right now. And, entrepreneurs, I'm talking to you. It's been a wild 2.5 years, right? To say the least. And the whole thing about Go for Stupid: The Art of Achieving Ridiculous Goals, that is a major theme for you. Even with an established business, you've survived COVID, you've survived what's been happening with the economy up to this point. And now it's about, okay, how do you really take it to the next level? How do you really scale up? What do you do? How do you lead your team in developing that mindset of, okay, let's go for the ridiculous. Let's do what people say can't be done. And I have a quote here from Steve that I want to share. If I can find this here, here's from Steve Sims. Quote: "If you do something amazing, you will be ridiculed until you are revered. Stop overthinking and go for ridiculous, stupid goals. Once you, quote, go for stupid, you open the door to the life you always dreamed about." End quote. Steve D. Sims. that's what that book is going to be about. You do not want to miss that. Go for Stupid, the art of achieving ridiculous goals. Pre-order it now. Come on, a whole bunch of us pre-order. We're waiting for it. You want to be right. Read it with us. We'll keep this conversation going. I want to hear what your thoughts are. We'll trade thoughts. What do we learn from that book? Watching the comments as always. So this is going to be a brief Wolf's Watch. Again, I created a scheduling problem, dropped the ball on something, and we weren't able to have Steve on today because of that. And again, my apologies to Steve. So I apologize, Steve, and to your team. They've been great to work with. See, he surrounds himself with consummate professionals, and it's always great working with Steve and his team. So again, hopefully we'll be able to get that set right and be able to reschedule. So Steve Sims, thank you for the new book and what you're putting out there. Tell you this, here's what I would recommend. Go to the interview on breaking through walls with Steve, where Steve D. Sims is talking with our mutual friend and my mentor, Ken Walls. It's a great interview as well. Great conversation. And you get a flavor of what being around Steve is like. So I hope you're having an awesome Monday. And all I can say is, follow Steve's guidance. It's Monday, October 2022, the beginning of the month. We're into the fourth quarter of the year. Go for Stupid. Achieve ridiculous goals in the coming year. You need to lay the groundwork for that now, right? What you're doing now is going to generate revenue for your company in late first quarter. So get on it. And I am looking forward to talking with you again soon. This is Wolf's Watch. I'm Wolf. Thanks for being part of the conversation. This is 21st Century Television, live and interactive. So smash that like button. Throw your comments in. Love hearing from you, interacting. Even after the show, keep this archives where you're watching it after the live stream's over, and always keep an eye out for comments and questions and thoughts and recommendations. So this is an ongoing conversation even after the live stream's over. Thanks again for being part of Wolf's Watch, and I will see you on the trail.